Our story begins in 2013 with a fan petition. No, scratch that. This isn't really about the history of the Hasbro Jabba sail barge. I mean, it is, but it's not. We can skip ahead to New York Toy Fair 2018, where a Jabba's sail barge is on display scaled for the 3 3/4 inch Star Wars action figures line. Now, all that 5-year history I skipped over is only important because, well, it's been skipped over. I didn't know about it. Also, I live in Chicago, never been to New York, and clearly wasn't at the 2018 Toy Fair. But anyway, at that event, Hasbro announced that this much-desired Apex toy would be available to purchase for $499.99 plus tax through crowdfunding. Hasbro created HasLab. At this point, I am so tempted to go off on a rant about Hasbro's crowdfunding model, but I won't. First off, we haven't even gotten to the point in the story where I even know about it, and moreover, Retro Blasting covered it way better than I ever could. I have a link to the video in the description. You really should check it out. Anyway, the project was announced and started on February 17th of 2018 and ran until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on April 3rd, 2018, a span of time that came and went without my awareness. The goal had been 5,000 supporters. However, by the time the Kickstarter closed, it had 8,810 backers. So, a year goes by. Hasbro has $500 from 8,010 fans collecting interest in their bank while putting out regular updates on the progress, none of which I would see. Until February 27, 2019, the official Star Wars website published an article about the sail barge along with a short featurette on the Star Wars YouTube show. And there I am, like, wait, what? That's awesome. I want that. What? What do you mean this was a Kickstarter that ran and closed over a year ago? Are you kidding me? And now I'm seeing the posts and the shares everywhere. The 8,810 would soon be getting their massive Jabba sail barge, and anyone like me who didn't know about it was crap out of luck. But Troy, you say, you said this was a love story. Where is the love? Chill, Skippy, I'm getting to it. So, I get this gut-wrenching news. I'm out of luck. I missed the boat. Literally. And my beautiful, loving, caring, and empathetic wife sees it in my face. Like a tremor in the force, she just knows when I'm upset. She asks me what's wrong, and I tell her. Instead of being relieved that it wasn't something serious like somebody died, or just glad to have dodged a $500 plus bullet, she understood my grief and jumped into action. First, she jumped on the interwebs and got caught up on all the history I just glossed over. Then she dug into the HasLab situation and confirmed, yep, the door was closed a year ago. I'm sorry, honey, she said, and she really meant it. Tell me that's not a love story. If it ended right there, I would have been thankful to have someone in my life who gets me and cares enough to share my sorrow. But it does not end there. 8,810 of those things were being made, but surely not 8,810 people were buying them. Surely some people had recognized an investment and ordered more than one to resell. And for the next 9 months, my beautiful, loving, and caring, rare unicorn of a wife watched and followed auctions and contacted sellers and bid and lost on I have no idea how many secondary market Jabba sail barges. 500 plus may sound like a lot, but she was well aware that she would be spending more than twice that, plus shipping, and she didn't care. Well, I'm sure she did, but for some reason, she felt I was worth it. And then it happened. Not in time for Christmas 2019, as she had planned, but in time for my birthday the following month. She found a seller with a second sail barge, never opened for sale. eBay, buy it now. And he was less than 2 hours drive away and willing to meet us halfway so as to avoid shipping fees. Nothing to be done about taxes. Screw you, Illinois, and screw you, South Dakota versus Wayfair Incorporated. Now, people can rail against secondary markets, throw around epithets like greed, but really, I am thankful for the secondary market. It's because of that secondary market that guys like me even had a chance at this thing. I place all the blame on Hasbro's moronic business model. They could have sold a lot more than 8,810 of these toys for more than $500 each. But instead, some clever people with an entrepreneurial spirit get the money, and screw you, Hasbro. And I think this guy was as excited as I am. He threw in a bunch of must-have accessory figures like the deluxe Slave Leia with sail barge gun, Gamorrean guards, and other items. And he told me about all the groups on Facebook for people who bought the barge and how they meet up at conventions. And he was so excited to invite me into that community. Still, screw you, Hasbro. So all that history is really just to give you context. The real point of the story is the love of a wonderful woman and how she spent the better part of a year making an impossible dream possible for the man she loves. Why? I'll never know. That's just the wonder of Netter.